Mosquitoes. Hey Rudy, welcome. Changing up stator on a Yamaha Warrior, 2002 Yamaha Warrior, 350 6-speed manual. I've lost spark on this and changed out the coil. I tested the coil. The coil was no good. Still no spark. Battery's fully charged. All my connections are good. Everything is good there. I go down to my stator, and of course my stator on one side is fine. On the other side, there's 3 tests you can do. On the second test, total failure. So I purchased a new stator and a CDI kit for this machine anyway. It was like an extra 30 bucks for the CDI. Might as well get it just in case there's a problem with that, but who knows, right? So we'll take a quick look right here. Let's go back. Do a couple of tests. You got no spark. Test the coil. It's online. You can read all about it. I could give you all the parameters and everything, but I won't. But I did test it. Coil came up dead. Changed it anyway. Went down and tried that. Nothing. Tried a whole bunch of spark plugs. New battery. Nothing. Still no spark. Went down to the coil. Down to the stator and found out that one side's good, one side's bad. So I did the third test on it just to make sure where you actually have it mounted back on the machine, and do a test on that. Again, go online, find the manuals and repair manuals for this, and you can do it yourself. It's quite easy. You just need an ohm meter. So if I can do it, you can do it. Taking the machine apart is quite easy anyway. I've stripped it down. I've pulled the fenders. I've done everything anyway. Why not? Just because. There's the case. So it's just some 8mm bolts up and around. Just some 8mm bolts up and around. Clean the surface off. Get yourself a new gasket. You can see, because you're going to have to tear this part of the gasket away right here in order to get the new connection back in. That's this. Whoops, that's that right there. So old stator's out already. Case pops off. Just make sure you got no dirt back inside here. You are going to lose some oil. Have a catch can underneath for sure, and don't forget, and make sure you don't forget to top your oil back up. You're going to lose probably half the oil anyway. So new stator. I'm going to do that first. Hopefully that's the problem. I mean, I thought it was the coil initially, but it surely wasn't. It was a couple of things gone wrong. I've seen that on a lot of the forums as well too. So washer. This gear will slide forward a bit, as you can hear right there, so make sure you pop it back in once it goes back on. Once it go back together, it'll be fine there. So you have your sleeve, obviously goes on, and your new seal in here on the other side of the case. There it is. See if we can get better light on that. I didn't have a leak on there anyway, so I'm not going to change it over. And then just some screws to pop this out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. There you go. It's all done. This is down inside there. So really, it took to do everything, to rip everything off the bike. I mean, fenders and lights and everything was less than an hour. I mean, I just zipped it along with my gun. So I'll pop this back together, and hopefully in the next 15 minutes I'll have this thing running and going. So watch for the next little series here. Like, just further to this, I've got it, the new one already put in. That's fine. You want to make sure that there's no metal filings or anything in and around here. Don't look at me, look at here. So you want to make sure that there's no metal filings inside or on the outside, whether the magnet, something failed, whether one of the wires let go, or the pickup, or something like that. So obviously there's the pickup right there. There's the old one. I didn't see nothing laying around on it anyway, so just a note on that. Make sure that there is nothing on there. Make sure it's clean. Again, clean up your surface area there, get a new gasket, put it all on. So okay, as a quick test, just basically put it back together, pop the cover, bolts back on, just quickly ran the wire, and all I did was plug the battery back in, because you can see connectors are in, and turned it on. Want to see it again? There we got spark. There we go. So a quick, easy fix. Wasn't too bad at all, and just hanging out here. Gonna put her all back together, and I won't take it for a ride because it's really like 10 o'clock at night. So there we go. If I can fix this, you can fix this. So you just got to go through the test. I thought I had it with the coil, and obviously I didn't. As I went in through the stator, checked a few things on it. Actually, here's the old one. Again, this is a 2002 Yamaha Warrior, so your wire plugs might be a little different than a lot of guys say online. So everything checked out fine here, and when I got to the other plug, this one here, the red wire with the blue, that's where I had a problem. So all that I did was go through the 3 tests. Again, go online, take a look, find the information. I don't have it written down here. I'm in a shed in the middle of nowhere trying to fix this thing, and as you can see, we got her back together. So I do have the coil, I do have an extra CDI box. Again, I bought it as a package. I bought the stator with, this is the old one. I bought a new stator with the new CDI. It was just so much of a better deal to do that. It was an extra 30 bucks. You gotta just spend the 30 bucks anyway. The shipping was all included. So there we go. We're gonna have this thing buttoned back up, and I'll take it for a ride tomorrow, and we'll shoot a quick video of me just zipping around, and then we'll splice it all together so you only have to watch this once. Again, some real easy testing that you can do, and you can do this here. Look where I'm doing it. I'm doing it in the middle of nowhere, in a shed, in a 10 by 12 shed, fixing this thing. So that's it. Button everything back up, get it going. If you have any questions or comments on this, let me know. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. All comments will be answered, of course. Again, this is a Yamaha Warrior. This particular model is a 2002. These are the factory original tires. Like you can see that, I mean, I get out and I ride, but I surely don't ride enough as much as I do. Okay, so we got it running. Put it all back together. As you can see, there we go. New stator is in, wired up, fenders are back on, batteries connected up, everything is good to go. So I got a burnt out light. My beams are working. Running fine. Everything else is good. So changing up your stator, finding out what's wrong, why you got no spark, get her fixed up, get her done. What's wrong? That one. And there's another one sitting up.